What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JDs Nerdverse. We are doing a prediction video today for Natu and Xatu, the tiny bird Pokemon and the mystic Pokemon. It's a what if video. It's what if this Pokemon can learn Confusion. It does not learn Confusion. It doesn't learn anything really level up psychic wise until like level 65. So it's what if we could actually modify the game and get this Pokemon to have an early decent psychic move. So we're going to go over the stats and you'll see why we're going to do this here in a second. HP is 40, attack is 50, defense is 45, special attack is 70, special defense is 45, and speed is 70, with a grand total of 320 base stat. So that's not too bad for a first stage Pokemon, okay? And some stats are pretty solid with this Pokemon, but the one that's really good is special attack, okay? So with this Pokemon, you literally don't get a special attacking move for a long time in this game if we didn't like add it in the beginning like we're going to do with this playthrough, okay? When we level up at level 25, this is our stat total, and it makes it even worse that we don't get any moves that coincide with our special. 65 HP, 75 attack, 70 defense, 95 special attack, 70 special defense, and speed is 95 for a grand total of 470 base stat. And this Pokemon, like I said, does not learn a move via level up or TM early that lets you take advantage of, one being psychic, but two, also your special. So here's our level up moveset. Peck, we start off with 35 base power, 100% accurate. It's like 50. It's like a 53 base power move with stab, something like that. All right. So this move is actually pretty solid to start the game with. It was pretty solid in our first playthrough. Leer also is pretty good. It will help lower the opposition's defense, so your Pecks can be more effective. Nightshade is a set damage move. So for every level we have, it does 1 damage. Teleport, we're not going to use with this Pokemon. Future Sight, not going to use with this Pokemon. It is a stab move technically, but it doesn't do stab. It doesn't do like 120 base power. It's a Future Sight move. You do the attack, and a couple turns later it hits. It's not really useful for anything unless the opposition has a lot of Pokemon or they can take a lot of hits. So I don't see the use for this move really. Confuse Ray, confuse the opposition every time. There's only 10 of them, and it's still a coin flip whether the opposition will attack. I don't really see. I'd rather have more move diversity and things like that rather than try to use a gimmick like Confusion. And then the last move is Psychic, which it says level 50, but that's only if we say it's Natu. If we go to Xatu, this moves up to level 65. It's insane. So that's a very powerful move. 90 base power, 135 with stab, 100% accurate. Very good move. But like I said, we don't get this to level 50 if it's Natu, but we're going to evolve into Xatu as soon as we can and get those stat increases. So this move doesn't become available to level 65. And if you saw my original playthrough, we beat the Elite Four long before we got to level 65. So we don't even get access to Psychic before the Elite Four. So I know this is its TM moveset. So I'm going to just skip over a lot of the moves because we don't need to go over a lot of these moves. But Hidden Power is a move that goes based off your stats, and it could be physical, it could be special. It really just depends on the typing. So we're gonna go Hidden Power Ice with this one because it's pretty much old reliable when it comes to hidden powers. However, Ice is special, so that is the first move we get that will take advantage of our special stat. That is the first move we get. So if you don't know where Hidden Power is gotten, it's got a Lake of Rage, and that's at least over probably about a third of the way through the game. So we gotta go a third of the game without using one of our best stats, other than speed. Like speed and special attack are tied, so we do use our speed pretty well. But this doesn't use this uses our special attack, but it's not till like a third of the way through the game. So I think that's like a hindrance for it. And then the next move, if you look down, is Giga Drain, which post game, that's a post game move. Solar Beam post game move, Psychic post game move, and Dream Eater. I don't even know where to get Dream Eater as a TM, but that's pretty much a post-game move as well, and we can't even put Pokemon to sleep, so we can't even use it. So that is why I'm showing these moves, because these are the only 5 or so special moves this Pokemon can get, and all of it's in the post-game. So that is why I think this Pokemon could really fly through the game if it just had access to, not even, like if we did Psybeam, I think Psybeam would just obliterate the game. But going with Confusion, so let's go over that right now. Confusion is a 50 base power move, 100% accurate. This would be a stab move, so it's 75 base power, and it's special, so this Pokemon would just obliterate the game with this, and at least that's my theory, and that's why we're testing on Friday. Okay. Now, I wanted to show this below this, and I just want to get some thoughts on this. There's also a thing called breeding moves. So, how this Pokemon is bred, you can get other moves with this Pokemon as well to start the game. Drill Peck is the big one on here. There's other ones too, but Drill Peck is is the most powerful flying move in the game, in my opinion. We could talk about Sky Attack, but that's a different discussion. I actually have a video I did about like the best flying type in Generation 1, where I broke down why Drill Peck is by far the best. So I may do like a what if scenario, like the best version of Xatu that we could make, and Drill Peck would be one of the moves on there, and same with Confusion, just to see how powerful this Pokemon can be. But today, I should say Friday, we're only doing Confusion. Okay, but I wanted to show this as like kind of a thoughts, and I'm thinking about doing that. I just want to get everyone's feedback if possible. So yeah, Confusion, that's what we're going to add to this Pokemon. So now when we look at the in-game time for the first playthrough for this Pokemon. So I did this playthrough about 2 weeks ago, and this was the in-game time, 2 hours and 23 minutes and 13 seconds. My prediction for this is by adding Confusion, it makes a lot of the early game a lot faster, okay? And now that we have a special move, and a lot of things will become easier. Morty's gym gets easier. I think Whitney's gym gets a lot easier. Bugsy's gym gets easier, even though Bugsy's gym kind of gets in it doesn't matter really. It's the same advantage I had last time. I don't think anything really gets. I think it just speeds up the game because we actually have a special move that can just obliterate some things. Whereas before, when we played through the first time, we got like only like Peck and then like Swift, and those moves are not bad, but they're not using our best stat. So I predict that we will get this under 2 hours with this move. I guarantee it. Okay, it'll save us at least 23 to 25, probably at least 25 minutes. I think we'll knock off 25 minutes, maybe even as much as 30 minutes. Just really depends. But with this move, this Pokemon is going to be very powerful. It was pretty fast and pretty powerful without it. But adding a special move early that we can take advantage of is something that I think this Pokemon can really do. So going back to here, like I said, my main slide, I think this Pokemon could fly. It flew through the game pretty well compared to most Pokemon I've done in Generation 2 so far. So adding a special move like this, I think would only make it better, and it's gonna make that the playthrough extremely fast, especially in the early game. So the early game and like the mid game, it's kind of what bogged us down in the first playthrough. Adding this move will, I think, it'll alleviate those things. So Morty's gym becomes completely obsolete. Having a great special move. I mean, Chuck's gym wasn't a difficult problem, but Price's gym becomes a little bit easier. We also, what's her name? Jasmine's gym becomes easier. So a lot of things become a lot easier when you have access to a special move like this, a psychic move that's like this. Like I said, Psybeam's a little bit more powerful. We could have used that, but it's not. I think Confusion will do just fine. So that's my prediction. I want to basically reiterate, I think this will knock the playthrough under 2 hours at the least, but maybe we'll save at least 30 minutes. So I think that's how much better this Pokemon gets when it has that move. And then, like I said, maybe in the future, let me know what you think. Maybe doing another video where we just make the best case scenario Xatu. It's bred in and has Drill Peck. We were able to give it Psych or Confusion to see just how powerful this Pokemon truly can be in the playthrough. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This playthrough will come out on Friday. Okay? And let me know what you think. Have a good one, and see you on Friday.